Heron's Highlights. It's your boy Elijah. Happy Thursday to those that celebrate. Yeah, we're just going to do a quick little video here because last week I said that we're going to be talking about some teams and what they need to do in order for them to be successful again. And what does it mean to be successful? Well, for every team, that's a different answer, right? Some teams, it's to make it back to the Super Bowl, make it into the playoffs, not having a losing record. Truly, I mean, it just depends on the team. So, with the first division that we're starting off with, we are starting with the AFC North. So we're going to dive into the Steelers, Ravens, Browns, and Bengals. Just a little bit of a pinch on what they need to do. So we'll go ahead and get started. So with the Steelers, you just hope that Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers run it back. And if it's not Aaron Rodgers, just have a solid backup in mind. Do something in the draft. Maybe trade for someone down the road. Because yes, free agency has started, but that does not mean it is over, right? So maybe there's some hope there for a quarterback. I don't think they're in the market, but we'll have to see where that goes. Other than that, though, their defense isn't terrible. They still have T.J. Watt, and they just have to hope that their offense does well enough, right? They did lose Kenneth Gainwell, which does stink, so it's important for them to draft well, draft some offensive depth, and see how it rolls. They did finish 10-7, typical Steelers season, but it is what it is. That's still a win. Like a lot of teams, would kill to have that record. So hope McCarthy and Rodgers can run it back somehow, some sort of way. Jesse Minter for the Ravens. He just needs to let Lamar play, right? Getting Trey Hendrickson was huge on the defensive side of the ball, but everyone knows that the whole star of the show and pretty much the NFL nearly is Lamar Jackson. So the special relationship that him and John Harbaugh had was that Harbaugh just kind of let Lamar play. They did lose Todd Monken to the Browns, which we will get into. So I think it's just letting Lamar loose and kind of figuring out the offensive style, letting him figure it out. Lamar is such a special talent, so it should be, it's easier said than done, right, because it's sports. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just Lamar, man. You just got to let him play. Hopefully Zay Flowers can pan out. Hopefully the defense can help them out on the other side of the ball. All right, for the Browns, excuse me, but I just put pray. Excuse me again, but I just put pray, man. Like, that's literally all it is. Bringing in Todd Monken, that's a great idea. It's going to be our first time seeing him as a head coach on the big stage. Like, that is a huge job. Like, first time being a head coach, and it's on the big stage. Wow. So I think that him coming in, Shador, it looks like he's going to be the starting QB. I think that's a good brand new life. I mean, how many times have the Browns heard that, right? Oh, you got new life, new quarterback, new coach. Like, we've been through this. We've seen this movie. Will this one have a different ending, right? I do think that there is a lot more potential in this side of the Browns, especially with, young Shador Sanders. The offense really isn't terrible, right? It's got their pieces, right? So it's just going to be very interesting to see how it all pans out. But just pray. Just see how it goes. I'm sorry for Cleveland fans because they have been through the ringer. And then last but not least, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. Just stay healthy. Hopefully Joe Burrow can just stay healthy. Get the ball to Jamar. It's not a hard thing to do. Let Chase Brown develop, have a bounce-back year, and just figure out that defense. Get a really good draft in. Still try to find some ways to build that defense up just a little bit. And this is arguably the one of, if not the toughest divisions in the entire league. So that's why I wanted to start with this one, just because, man, like all of these teams are pretty good on paper. They're not terrible, but they're pretty good. Like even the Browns, they have like one of the best players in the NFL, not just on defense, but in the NFL, with Myles Garrett. So it's just they got stacked rosters. Stacked is a word that you can't use, but they have a lot of elite talent all around on each team. We'll just have to see how it goes, but I just think for the Steelers, Ravens, Browns, Bengals, there's not too much to fix, especially with free agency kind of like passing on by. But yeah, those are the things that we should fix for the AFC North. Next week, we'll be discussing the AFC South. And we'll get into it. But happy Thursday to those that celebrate. Remember, God bless, be kind, and peace.